Are y'all ready? It's time. Woo, 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 woo. Good evening. Happy Labor Day, everybody. And welcome to Moments with Mama Sue. I'm Mama Sue Roseberry. And let me tell you what, I am so excited about getting the opportunity to connect with you because you already know. You already know the tagline. Connecting with you is the best part of my day. While we're getting the show started, go ahead and like it and share it with everybody that you know. Put it out there in the atmosphere. Tell all your friends to go and grab that second plate of barbecue and then come on and hunker down around the computer screen so that they can join us for tonight's episode of Moments with Mama Sue. I want to welcome all of you all, especially on a Labor Day. What y'all been doing today? What have you done? Those of you that are watching, put that in the chat because it's going to be lively tonight, y'all. Let me tell you. So go ahead and slap that in the chat. Tell me, did you barbecue? Did you grill? Did you go by your relative's house and grab a plate, or did you just eat a bologna sandwich? You just did what you could to rest. Did you just change work out in the yard? What did y'all do today? Inquiring minds want to know. So you guys go ahead and put that in the chat. If it's your very first time watching Moments with Mama Sue, be sure and let me know in the comments thread because I always go back through the broadcast and I take special note of anyone who has watched for the first time. And then I send along a little something, something from me to you, just thanking you for making a big old hole in your schedule and taking time to watch with us. That means everything to me. And then, of course, I have to give a shout out to those who will watch replay. Maybe they're busy right now, but it still counts. Yes, it does. It still counts when you watch it later. So we shout out to all of those people who will be watching the broadcast later on when they get a moment, a break in the action. And we got to say hello to all of the watchers and listeners via WJIL today. Listen, I think that is the most phenomenal thing ever, that there are people all over the world in different places, 3 o'clock a.m., 10 o'clock a.m., and 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, watching on God or listening on gospel radio and watching on Roku and Fire Stick TV. That is just incredible to me. And I know and believe that God is up to something. So I thank you, Pastor Patty Harris, for providing that platform. And for the WJIL Today listeners, y'all hit me up and let me know that that is where you get an opportunity to hear and watch Moments with Mama Sue. I absolutely want to hear from you and know how you're liking the show and what the guests have imparted that you're enjoying. I want to know. I want to know. I really, really want to know. And then, of course, we're asking everybody to please like and share this, and then go to my social media platforms. Make sure you're subscribing. I was over on YouTube in these YouTube streets today, and I looked and I think I have 400 and maybe 71 subscribers, something like that. If you're not a subscriber on YouTube, would you please give me the privilege of having you subscribe to my YouTube channel so we can up those numbers? And I only want real people subscribing, okay? I can't do the robots. I can't do the bots, the numbers that just go up, woo, and there's nobody attached to them. I really want real people, so that would make my day. Let me tell you, there is so much going on, and I'm excited. I'm here for it. We're starting on tomorrow, September 5th, 12th, 19th, and 26th. I'll be conducting an adult storytelling workshop at the Centennial Library. This is in collaboration with the Midland County Public Library. And listen, it is so much fun. If you have time and availability, please come on over to the Centennial Library and be a part of that workshop. I'm going to be teaching you the art of sharing and preserving your own unique stories. That is the most priceless heirloom that you have to pass along to your family. So telling the episodes of your life, that's what it's all about. And storytelling is my thing. That is my thing. I've been doing it for a number of years. And we even have a youth teller in our area I have to give her a shout out, little Hannah Langto. Y'all, Hannah is chosen as one of the youth storytellers of the United States, one of only 10 that were selected to appear at the National Timpanogos Storytelling Festival. So Hannah is on her way with her parents to Lehi, Utah, where she will represent Midland, and she's going to be telling her original story, what happened to Goldilocks. And I've been coaching Hannah for about 3 years now, and she's written her book. She's written her story. And you can see the cover there beside her picture. That's little Hannah. She's 13 now, but she actually told this story when she was 10. And I started coaching her, and she has written this book. And so it's available now. And you can go to hannalangto.com and buy Hannah's story, What Happened to Goldilocks. I think it's the cutest thing ever. And I'm so proud of Hannah. So I'll be headed to Utah. Any of you that may be in Lehi, Utah, over the weekend, the 7th, 8th, and 9th, that's where I'll be. So join me at the Timpanogos Festival. I'd love to see you there. And then coming up at the end of this month, I told you about the storytelling workshops. Coming up at the end of this month, which is the 30th of September. Meet me downtown at the Centennial Park. I'll be the MC for the first Basin PBS West Texas Heritage Festival. This is coming out of that whole documentary that I was an executive producer for Basin PBS on Midland, Our City, Our Story. We're going to have local cultural music, food, dance, arts, and more. Just, it's going to be an amazing time. And it's also going to include a free concert from the Lost Lonely Boys. So, y'all, get your lawn chair, get your cooler with your water and soft drinks or whatever. You come on down to Centennial Park. It is free. It's free. And I really want us to take advantage of what is being afforded in our community. And if you have youngsters, bring them down there so that they will have an opportunity to experience a variety of cultures here in Midland, Texas, in Midland, America. I am told that in our school district, we speak more than 52 different languages. There are a variety of cultures represented in our community, and we barely scratch the surface. Most of us traffic and move around in our own little circle all the time. But y'all, let's go out and meet the others that are in our community, find out what they have going on and what their celebrations are like. As I'm continuing, y'all, I'm telling you, it's a busy time. We have the West Texas chapter is going to be sponsoring our area-wide workshop and concert, The Gathering. It's coming up on October the 5th through the 7th. It will be at the Goodwill Baptist Church at 1001 Main Street, Midland, Texas. And our clinician and artist is going to be Brittany Jones. Brittany is the worship leader and the vocal director at Potter's House in Fort Worth, and she is incredible. Y'all Google her if you don't know who she is. There will be a choir workshop. You can be a part of it. In West Texas, y'all, we don't have any mega churches. There are no mega churches in Midland, America, and in West Texas, but you can join forces with other singers and get an opportunity to experience a wonderful and unique opportunity to learn gospel music, to fortify your gifts and your talents and develop. So come on out and be a part of that. If you're a worship leader, sign up your whole team. Choir directors, sign up your whole team. Pastors, sign up your whole choir, all of your singers, and have them come be a part of that. They will grow and they will learn something that will be beneficial in your local ministries. That is the whole goal of this. So the workshops take place on October 5th and 6th at 7 p.m. Registration is only $20. And if you're a group of 5 or more, we can even offer you a group rate. We just want you to come and be blessed. This is our West Texas chapter GMWA. And I'm inviting you as the chapter rep to be a part of that. And then if you cannot make the workshop, then come out and be a part of the concert. Tickets are available right now in advance from any choir member in the chapter or at Roy Nelson State Farm, which is located at 910 West Wall here in Midland, Texas. Listen, I have tickets, and you already know I want to sell the most. I want to sell the most tickets. So tell everybody, buy one for you and your mama and Pookie and whoever else. Hit me up and I will serve you. I'd be so glad to make sure that you get a ticket. We're excited because there are so many things going on, but I want you to know that your support of everything that we are doing is what makes all of this work out, because I am only here as a vessel. That's what I am. Woo, willing vessel over here. That's what I am. And so we're looking forward to greater. And we know that God is going to do greater because we're lending ourselves to Him. Okay. So now that I have gotten through all of the church announcements, let me tell you, we have an extraordinary guest who is with us on today. And I'm going to introduce her and bring her to the screen right after this. Yes, He is. And it's worthy. I'll glorify you. Hey, all of my days, I'll do it. 'Cause there's nobody greater. No one greater.
It's beyond entertainment. It's an experience. Book Mama Sue Roseberry today.
And it's worthy. Woo! Welcome to Moments with Mama Sue. This is the Labor Day edition, and we're excited to have so many of you watching with us. Please go ahead and share this with others that you know in your sphere of influence and contact, because we are getting ready to meet a phenomenal artist. I met her a number of years ago through the Gospel Music Workshop of America. Angela Missy Billups hails from New York, from the Big Apple, where she has been doing extraordinary things. She is a 3-time award winner and finalist of the New York Tri-State McDonald's Gospel Fest. She has won a Black Women Rock Award. She's had all kinds of honors and opportunities. Listen, we're going to talk about it and we're going to meet her. I'm not going to go on and on reading about her. I'm going to introduce her and bring her to the stream. So would you all give a great big welcome to Angela Missy Billups?
Hey, Mama Sue! I can't believe I'm on here with you.
Yes. I am so excited. I
Me
was just
too.
thrilled that you were able to make time to be on here
Oh,
because you
yes.
are a busy chick.
Oh my goodness! Don't even say it. I am, and like you said, Labor Day. I heard you asking everybody what they did today. So that
What did you do today?
I'm gonna tell you, I knew I had an interview, and I really wanted to be on here, but I got my family together, and we went to a place that is here. It's like a Great Adventures. If you ever heard of Great Adventures, so we went to. It's called Playland Amusement Park. So that's what we did from 1 to 5. I said 5 o'clock, we got to be out of here. So from 1 to 5, my grandkids, my kids, we all piled in at what we call Playland, and we played games and had hot dogs and pizza and just enjoyed some family time.
I love that. I love that.
That's what
Well,
we did.
listen, you have so much going on. And I was trying to remember the exact year maybe that I met you in GMWA, because when I got there, you were already there and blowing up.
Oh,
But I remember that we were watching, my brother, and he's on the feed tonight, Gerard. We were watching, and
okay.
you had a song that you were doing back then called My Lord and I.
Me, my God, and I.
Me, my God, and I. Yeah. I was saying, my Lord and I.
That's an old one.
Yeah. But even at that time, you had found a way of communicating. You had found your niche. When did you
Amen.
start really moving forward with music ministry? When did you discover that?
I think it was back, well, even before, maybe a year or two before I met you, because I auditioned, like you said, for that McDonald's Gospel Fest that they had here in New York City. And for the soloists, it was 120 soloists, and I ranked in the top five. And I was able, and whoever ranked in the top five, they put you one in Madison Square Garden, one in New Jersey, Pack, all different gardens around New York and New Jersey. So I was, that was my first step out. And believe it or not, I try to keep my relationship close to God so I can get an answer in everything that I do. And I told God, if I do come in the top of this, then I know it's meant for me to step out just outside of just that church world and step into industry and just go worldwide. And that's what he did, Mama Sue.
Well, now you tried out for the McDonald Gospel Fest, and a lot of people don't know. But how hard was it to put yourself out there for other people to critique your talent?
Uh it was hard, but one thing about it is that you have to, you and I tell people, you have to kind of be spiritually convinced by God of your gift. Because once you know God is giving you the gift, then I mean, I just that's how come I got on the line and I prayed over it. And I said, God, if this is really meant of you, then I'll come in place so that I can go further. But if it's not really meant, and I believe that if it wasn't meant, God wouldn't have given it to me. But when He showed me, and the man called and said, out of 120, you ranked in the fifth number five, then I knew it was God. I just was like, and he just from my prayers to Him. So it's relationship, Mama Sue. I'm telling people, get relationship, because when you get when you get relationship, no man can tell you otherwise when God tells you something.
Ah, I love that.
Yeah,
Good relationship.
that's it.
Now, let's talk a little bit about what what it means to really yield yourself to the Lord
Oh my
in
God.
relationship, because a lot of times people don't believe that, and I say it about myself, and I've heard other artists say it. We're not all that enamored of our own gifts. You know what I mean? Other people may
Mhm.
say, "Oh, girl, you can really sing. You are really
Right,
good,"
right,
but
right.
sometimes we don't think
And I'm
that
still
we're really qualified.
I'm still not, but you know what? I've come to believe that my gift has blessed so many from souls just have come. And Mama, so you probably could witness it, for me to just pray for them after I sing, lay hands on them. I get letters, I get emails, like, I'm going through this. Lady Missy, can you pray for me? Can you pray with me? My children, my daughter, whatever, after I finish ministering. So you know what? We have to make sure we step outside of that celebrity. We don't get in vain with that vanity, and we get on our mission for God and let Him take us where He wants us to be. And that's why I think I sit right now, wherever God. Like when we were talking about the pictures look great, but it's the song that I want to feed the world.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes,
And I love that
I'm gonna
because
tell you, if my song don't feed the world, I don't feel like I've done much.
that's good. That's
Yes,
good. Well, now,
yes,
we were talking earlier before we actually came on the air about how we sometimes disqualify ourselves from being used by God because we
yes,
think, oh, well, this one is more talented and
yes.
this one can do this and that.
Mhm,
And sometimes we say,
mhm,
why me, Lord? Why did you
mhm,
pick me? Did
mhm.
you ever feel like that?
I did, and I'm gonna tell you when I really felt it, when I went somewhere to sing, and they had they had A artist category, B artist category, C. So they had ranked the artists in categories, and I was in the B artist category. But you know what? I think when I left there, I kind of felt like, man, do people really rank artists like that to make you feel, like you're not really a A, you're a B, now you're not a C, or you could be a C, So I think the enemy can set that doubt in you. And then a lot of times I felt like if I went to minister, that was always in the back of my mind when I saw other artists. Well, Angela, you're a B artist, because that kind of set me. But then God, you know what? I'm gonna just tell you, God lift me. And if God lift you again, it doesn't even matter, long as you're blessing the people, whatever artist you are, long as you bless God's people and do his work that he has for you to do, he can raise you to be an A+ artist.
And those ratings are something that a man is making up.
Woo!
That's not God. Because
Yeah,
God said
yeah,
everything that he
yeah,
made, what did he say? It was
yeah.
what?
Good.
Good.
That's right. That's
That's
right.
what God said.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
But we get
Yeah.
into feeling like we can try to uh, uh, categorize people.
And that,
Oh,
yeah.
this one is an A or that one is a B. But
Mm-hmm.
honey, all
Yeah.
you got to worry about
It's
is making sure that God sees
yes.
you as
Yeah. Yeah.
whatever He invested in you.
Yeah, exactly, Mama Sue. But you know what? You have to grow to that, because man can set back and try to dampen your confidence, But if you stick close to God, keep the relationship with God, he'll just now. It doesn't really matter to me what man say. I go forth in Jesus' name. I pray over it. I pray before I go out there that I will be a blessing to somebody in that audience.
And all it takes is one.
That's right.
You
That's
don't
right.
even have to be a blessing to everybody.
That's right. Amen.
I was in the kitchen this morning, and the Lord spoke to me and revealed to me, say, you may not be everybody's cup of tea.
Yeah.
Some people don't even like tea.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Some people like
Mm-hmm.
coffee.
Well,
Some people like
well,
orange
that's
juice.
right. That's right.
Some people like
That's
something else.
right.
So you don't have to
Mm-hmm.
be everybody's cup
Yeah.
of tea.
Yeah.
Y'all can take that home, write
Yeah.
it in the chat. You don't
Yeah.
have to be everybody's
Everybody's cup
cup
of
of tea.
tea. That's right. And I'm gonna write it in mine. Yeah.
Because God has something specific
Mhm,
in mind for everybody.
mhm.
Talk about a little bit about how you discovered what your niche is, what it is that God wants you to do.
Right, right. And I think we were talking earlier about, it's just so many different genres in gospel now. You have your Christian, you have your contemporary, you have your worship. But I know where my niche is. And I think really because even when I've tried other niches, like, okay, let's talk about, and I'm a worship lover. I'm the first person when they come out and start singing the goodness of God, I'm laid out on the floor. But but I know that I am not as far as my niche to go out and just do worship. Oh, Missy, do 30 minutes of worship. And I'm like, okay, we need a worshiper out here, because I'm going to come out and feed you traditional gospel, and it could be inspirational, but I know where my niche is and what God has sent me here to do.
Mm. See, that's important.
Yes, it
That's
is. It is.
important. And
It is.
when you get mixed up trying to be something that you're not,
Yes.
that's when we fail.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
That's when we fail.
Yes. That's right, Mama Sue. Yep.
So you have had you in your life, God has taken you on an amazing journey. I read where you have even traveled and did backup singing on David Letterman's show
Yes. Yep.
back in the day.
Yeah.
And you have sung behind Steve Martin.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And not
You
just too long ago, right before the pandemic, we did Mariah Carey for her Christmas. All I Want for Christmas.
Yeah. Go, Missy.
Yeah, we
Go.
did.
But you know what?
Jesus, oh,
And
what a wonderful child.
you've
Yeah,
toured different parts of Europe, including Italy,
that's
Switzerland,
right.
and Rome. So
Yeah.
you've done, I can't even give it all. Y'all just have to go out there and look at her website and see it. But what is it that still looms out there that you haven't done that you'd like to do? What's on your wish list?
Oh, I know. Right, 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 right. Well, you know what? Again, there are certain things on my wish list, and I think God's getting ready to bring one to pass because I've always wanted to not just travel with him, but just sing with Pastor John P. Key. I mean, he's just been my inspiration through my whole time of so he, and believe it or not, he's coming to town in November, and someone was just asking me would I open up for him, and I'm saying, well, you know what, while I'm opening up for him, I hope I could get up there and be a part of his group as well. I want to and they said, you know what, Missy, I think you will be. So that's on my wish list, and I pray that it just comes true. Just and you know what, just meeting some of the artists that have really made it in this field of gospel, in this industry of gospel music.
Well, that's a lofty ambition,
Yes,
and the
yes,
Bible did tell us to ask.
yes.
So
That's right.
we
That's
can
right.
ask a
That's
thing,
right.
and
That's
God can
right.
bring it to pass.
Yeah,
He can give
yeah,
us
yeah.
opportunity because favor is
Yes,
what we
that's
want
what
on our
it's been.
lives.
Mama Sue, it's been favor. And even some things we feel like is too great. Oh, I'll never get there. But um I just feel like if you put it in your heart and put it on the table before God, I believe that he'll answer it. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah.
well,
And you know,
now
there's another scripture, I'm sorry, that he said
go ahead.
that he'll bring you before great men.
He
Amen.
promised,
Yes.
and
Yes.
He has done that.
Yes.
And let's talk a little bit about how the faithfulness of God, because God does not reward us according to the standards of men, but God is looking at the sum total of everything that we are doing for the kingdom. He sees us when we are cleaning up at the church. He sees us when we giving rides to people that don't have a car. He sees us when we are giving our offering, whatever it is that we're doing that is in the kingdom. God sees that
Yes.
and rewards us accordingly.
Yes.
And
Yes.
you are such a giver. I
Yes.
have seen you uh, be in the alliance area and underwrite certain functions and activities for the
Oh yeah.
alliance out of your pocket
Oh yeah.
that
Yep.
you have funded and done. What
Mhm.
has that been like for you, and why are you so intensely motivated to give?
I just believe that and not even looking for God to just give me the overflow that he has, that he does, but all my life I have I just went for the back to school, and I just packed loads of book bags up with school supplies and took them down to the church for the children in Harlem right before I came a couple of weeks ago, because it's just in me that first of all, I know I've been through a lot, even raising my children. So I want to be able to bless when, because God has blessed me. I'll put it that way. Another thing I've found out is that in order for you to be blessed with the overflow, that I really believe that you have to surrender to God. You
Mm.
really have to surrender. I'm really a firm believer. I've had a really rough life with raising three kids by myself, but I surrendered my life to God. I'll put it that way, Mama Sue. Mama Sue, I didn't. I mean, I didn't even really visit a whole Dayton after my husband even passed. I just surrendered my life to God, took care and raised my kids. As you can see, how God has just birthed my kids into ministry, almost all of them. So I'm just a believer that what you give to God, He'll definitely give it back to you. And what they say, triple.
Yeah, double for your trouble.
I'm a believer, whether it's through, like you said, I mean, I have from school supplies to just giving to the poor, food pantries every year for Thanksgiving, just giving bags out to the community and shopping, like you said, out of my pocket. Because God blessed me. So I went in, I took coupons and everything, got boxes of stuffing and everything, and blessed the community. And God just, he blessed me. Yes.
And I even saw recently where you were on a busy thoroughfare. They were having this bike. There were people on bikes. Talk about that, because that's something different.
Oh my goodness, that's the state of New York. This was my 11th year. 30,000 bikers come from all over the country once a year, every May. The only year I missed was the pandemic, and then they called me back after. But they set a stage up for me right in Manhattan, New York City, on 120 by the Apollo Theater. And we sing praises. uh, and bikers pull over, get off their bike, and take pictures and just rejoice with us as we sing praises to God, inspirational, oh happy. We go back to that oh happy day because it's a little bit of everybody out there from everywhere. But that's what Mama Sue, it's a great, I got to get you to New York for that event one year.
Oh, I would love it. I
Oh
was
my
watching
God.
that and I said, look at Missy, because she was out there. Y'all, and the people absolutely love her. They absolutely love what she's bringing. And I think that the joy that is in your heart
Yes.
and the fervor and the relationship that
Yes.
you have, that
Yes.
comes through loud and
Yes.
clear and
Yes.
blesses the people. And the
Yes.
bikers, they riding by
Yes,
and they
they do.
waving and
Yes, they do. I'm going to tell you, there's been a few that even fell off their bike while they were riding. And because the police are saying, keep going, but they can't. They stop and they pull over and they're overjoyed.
ah,
Amen. That's a blessing. Again, feeding the community.
yeah, meeting a need.
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in, we are talking with the phenomenal Angela Missy Billups. And y'all, we've only scratched the surface
Yes.
because she has some new music, and we're going to talk about it
Mhm.
right after this. Advertise with us and let Mama Sue's family know what you've got going on. Email us at msroscbe2 at gmail.com. Oh, yeah. If you're just joining us, this is the Labor Day edition, and I am so honored to have Angela Missy Billups joining me today from New York, from the
New
Big
York. Yes,
Apple.
yes, yes, yes.
And Angela, you have a new project. If you go out there and look her up, y'all, Google her, you'll find all kind of music out there by Missy Billups. But tell us about this latest single that you have out.
Yeah,
Oh
Mama
my
Sue.
goodness.
This song was really when my son wrote it, but it was even though he wrote it, when I first sang it, it was birthed out of a trial that I was going through, even on my job. And I worked so hard on my job, and it looks like, sometimes it looks like you get pushed back or you don't get the recognition you deserved, or somebody gets promoted past you. It's just always
Mm,
something that we're all going through. But you know what? This song comes to tell the believer that it doesn't matter what you're going through. who pushed back on you, who don't like you, because what the devil meant for evil, God will turn it for your good. So just be encouraged whatever you're going through, whatever you see, whatever you seem like is not in your favor, don't despair because God is there.
Ooh, I love that message. And
Yes.
you know, it doesn't matter how often we seemingly have to hear that
Mhm,
message, but
mhm.
God has to continually remind us because you know what? The devil is
Yeah,
continually trying to
yeah,
bring us down and
yeah,
make you
yeah,
feel like you
yeah.
can't make it.
Yeah, and I will tell you, Mama Sue, what everything that they tried to do on my job when they went forth to the original client that I was working for and brought somebody else that they felt might have been better. The client said, "Well, where's Angela?" I'm telling you, oh man, I feel like shouting on this. He says, "Where?" They said, "Where's Angela? We want Angela."
Ah, won't he will? Won't he will?
I'm telling you, I'm turning for your good. And
He'll
at first
do
I
it.
was all wrecked up and I was like, why would they do this to me? You know, like blah, blah, blah. But God said, don't worry about it. I got you. Don't worry about it. You did good work.
Ooh,
I got you.
I love that. I love that. And listen, for those of you that are watching and looking, receive that.
Yeah,
Mayetta says she receives that. Thank
yeah,
you.
yeah.
Because God has something in store for you. And when God is for you, He is greater than the whole
Oh,
world against you.
mm, 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 mm,
He is.
mm, mm, mm.
He
Yes, yes,
absolutely is.
yes,
So now
yes,
you said you've talked about that song, but let's talk about your son because you talked about your three children that you raised, but you've got a son that's blowing up big.
yes.
You know, he's
Blowing.
writing music, he's doing some of everything. So let's talk about that legacy that's going
Yeah,
on.
yeah. And you want to know the amazing thing is because he's a worship leader to heart. I'm telling you, he could take you into any worship. And he got it. But let me just back it up just a little bit. You know, my son, he was at the age of 18, Mama Sue, if I don't know if you know, but he was supposed to be going off to college and he got really, really sick. And I was trying to figure out what was wrong with him being a young mother. And come to find out, he went into a diabetic coma
Mm.
that evening. He started talking out his head. I rushed him to the hospital. They said, wait right here. He's going in a diabetic coma. So that's where it started. I'm going to tell you, because when he came out of that diabetic coma, I went in that hospital. I laid the word of God on his stomach. And I said, God, you said you are a healer of all manner of sickness and diseases.
Ooh,
Heal my
glory.
son, God. Heal my son. After 3 days, God opened his eyes and began to raise him up, and he began to write music. He didn't even go to college. He began to write music, got a job as minister of music for one of the greatest churches here in New York City. And from there, he's just been writing and praising God. Mommy, I got a song for you. And now we got a song for my other daughters who's coming out shortly. But it's just amazing what God could do. So that's why I'm here. I don't know why I'm telling it, but have no fear. Whatever you're going through, God will still turn it for your good.
Ooh, I love that. I love
Yes,
it. And
yes,
listen, while we're talking about that, let me go ahead and put that visual up on the screen so you can see what it looks like because she's got that releases out there now for my
yes.
good.
Amen.
Angela Missy Billups and woo gone girl. I love the look. I love the look.
Thank
But
you, Mama
listen,
Sue.
we want you to follow her,
Mhm.
follow Angela, because she is out here trying to make a difference for, well,
Amen.
let me take the trying off. She's out here making a difference for the kingdom of God. And
Amen.
her heart is pure, and she is trying to
Yes,
tell
God.
everybody that she
Mhm.
comes in touch with about
Yes,
this amazing God that she
yes.
serves.
I'm
So you
telling
can pick up this single is available now on all digital outlets.
Mhm.
So wherever you get your music from, wherever you download and stream from, please get it. And you know what we like to do on Moments with Mama Sue. We want you to stream, but we want you to download too. Because I have to educate everybody that we come in contact with.
Yeah,
These streets are not kind to independent artists.
yeah,
They're
right.
not. The music industry is not just rolling over for independent artists. And a stream may means a whole lot to but Beyonce because she got so many bees or
Mhm.
whatever they are, millions of dollars will come in. But for me, with 412 or for Missy with 175 or whatever
Right.
it is,
That's right.
that's not very much.
Right.
So
That's right.
download it too.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Download it. Get your $1.99 or
Yes.
$1.29 or
Yes.
99 cents
That's
worth
right.
of Missy Billups.
Yes.
Download it and make it part of your personal library. And then also stream it. And that kind of helps push us
Mhm.
in the
That's right.
right direction.
That's
And
right.
then we want you to follow Missy too. She's out here in these social media streets. She's on Facebook, she's on Instagram and
Right.
YouTube. And if you follow her, then you'll be able to see all of the things that she has that's coming up. So
Yeah.
now let's talk about what you got coming up.
Oh, Mama Sue, Mama Sue. Again, October on my way to London, London, England for the UK meets the US Gospel Music Summit. So I am so excited about that. I'm going out there with the new single, and and then I'm going to pretty much be in a few churches out there as well with after the summit. So I'll be out there. Then we're going to take a little leap over to Paris while we're out there and
Ooh.
see what we can get into. Get into out there as well. But I'm excited. Then coming back on, then I'll be preparing to open up for Pastor John P. who will be here in New York. Um, in the Bronx. So we're excited about that. More information. People are buying the tickets now. So I just believe God that that's going to be a great endeavor that's going to happen here in New York. Then in December, we are having a soulful Christmas concert. That is going to be at the County Center here in New York. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm not sure if you already know, but I do have a Christmas song
Yeah.
that's out there that has taken the world by flight. World by flight. Let us adore him. So we'll be going into the County Center with a soulful Christmas in December. Woo!
Ah, yeah. So you're gonna be busy through the rest of the year. That's what you're trying to tell us.
I am happily busy though. Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
because we get to a certain age and sometimes we think we finna retire, but you're gonna be busier
Girl,
than you ever been.
woo. I'm just gonna try to follow after you as much as I can. I don't know if I'm gonna make it.
You
No.
gonna make it. That's my story.
Yes.
Listen, retirement was just meant that I wasn't doing that. I retired from that, but I picked up this and that, this,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
that, some other
yeah,
stuff to do.
yeah, yeah,
Listen,
yeah.
can you talk a little bit about what legacy means to you? What
Yes.
is it that you are trying to make sure that you pass along, not only to your children, but to the grandchildren to keep the ministry that God has invested in you alive in the world?
Well, you know what? I hear people, even when they have legacy and they pass, their grandmas or whoever pass, and they say, man, she was a great woman of God. But that's what I want. I want to be known for being a great woman of God, connected with God, and birthing my kids and knowing right from wrong. I mean, we can go out and sing all we want, but we need to make sure that home is good. So making
Mm.
sure that even if they don't all follow what you teach them, but you have taught and left them the right behind. Okay, that means you left them in the not wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and the gospel of Jesus Christ. And then, like you said, the music that they can go back. And I make sure that I do all my homework on every song that I sing, because I want them to be able to go and just Google Angela Missy Billups, my grandma, and look what grandma has here. They look what grandma has over here. So I believe, and then legacy down to the kids, because then the royalties, that's another thing we want to make sure that we learn. We want to learn about royalties, so that when I'm going on, that any type of finances are coming through music or coming to my children and my grandchildren. So it's make sure, artists, that you're doing your homework on your royalties, and that so when you go off the scene, that you not only bless them with just your music, but there's some financial benefit behind it as well.
Ah, those are words of wisdom.
Yeah. Yeah.
Words of wisdom. And independent artists, it's a task being out here trying to do what it is that you feel God has called you to do. But it is so rewarding to
Mm-hmm.
be in his will. Well,
Yes.
Missy, what is the most fun song? What you think your favorite song is? That you've had many. What's your favorite song that you've had?
I think I don't want to go back to Me, My God, and I. That was a fun song.
It was.
That was a
It
fun
really
song.
was.
That was a fun song. Let me see if there's any other song there's songs that I really had good times with. There was another one after Me, My God, and I, that was God in Me. I can talk to him and he talks back to me. Yeah, that was a fun song as well. God in Me. Yeah.
Ah, I love that. I
Yeah.
love it. Well, listen, I cannot bring a singer on this platform and not have them share a little something, something, a hum, a tune of something. We can't share everything because the YouTube police will get me and the Facebook police, because they'll say you don't own the rights to that music. So I'm not always at liberty to play clips from people's music. But you're sitting right there in the flesh.
Oh, look.
So I want you to think about a little bit of a tune, or it could be a hymn or whatever that you might want to give us a line or two of, so that Mama Sue's family can experience, they can say, I experience hearing Angela Missy Billups on Moments with Mama Sue. So you get it together in your mind. And while she's thinking of it, I want to show you this visual again. Guys, please follow. Please follow, so that we will be able to support what she is doing. It's so important. And all of the artists and guests that we bring on this platform, my earnest desire is for them to be able to be blessed just for having come through on Moments with Mama Sue. So please, please support them with your fellowship and your prayers, because they need prayer to continue to do the things that they're trying to do for the kingdom, because that's so important. Okay, I'm coming back now. You ready, Missy?
I think so. I think I'm gonna take that God in Me, and when I finish doing God in Me, I could talk to him and he talks back to me. Then I go into a vamp and say, he's my doctor in the sick room. He's my
Okay,
lawyer.
well, I'm gonna wait. Now let me present you. Let me set it up. Let me set it up.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, right here on Moments with Mama Sue on Labor Day 2023, my phenomenal guest, Angela Missy Billups, and she's just going to treat us to a little bit of her artistry a cappella just for us. Ladies and gentlemen, Angela Missy Billups.
Listen, He's my doctor in the sick room. He's my lawyer in the courtroom. He's my bread when I am hungry. He's my water when I am thirsty. Ain't God all right? Ain't God all right? Ain't God all right? Ain't God all right? Let me see you wave your hands. Let me see you wave your hands. Ain't God all right? Ain't God all right?
Woo! Yes, yes.
That was
And
an
let me
old
tell
one.
you, when she get to cooking up there and moving around, now she having to sit down to be on the screen and stay put, but she do not be still on stage. She is moving and going. And oh, Angela,
God
I
is good.
love you,
God is
girl.
good. Yes, love you, Mama Sue. Thank
I
you so
love
much for
you.
having me.
And thank you so
Mhm.
much for being with us on Labor Day. And I want you all to follow Angela and be sure that you get her latest single. Be sure that you get
Yes,
her latest single
yes,
because it is such a blessing. And when you get it, listen to those words.
yes.
That's what I did when I downloaded it. I
Mhm.
closed my eyes
Yes.
and I listened to the message in the
Mhm,
music. And
mhm.
I do believe that God will bring me through. And
Yes,
I do believe
yes,
that everything that
yes,
the devil
yes. Meant for
meant for evil,
mhm.
that God will turn it around.
Woo!
I
Yes,
do believe it.
yes, yes,
Missy, you got the final word before we wrap up.
yes,
I
yes,
say something of encouragement to the listeners today,
yes.
and then we'll be ready to wrap.
Yes, well, I pray that everyone that heard this broadcast with Mama Sue and Angela Missy Billups, that you will be blessed, whatever it is that you're going through. Don't be dismayed. God got your back. At the end, you're gonna win. Just hang on in there, be strong, because God will see you through. Love you. I am here to, you can reach me on even Facebook, message me. I will pray with you. I will pray for your family. Just send me your prayer requests. I love to pray because I know at the end, God's going to turn it for your good.
Ooh, yes, I love that. And I thank you for being here.
Yeah.
Hang out with me before after we wrap so I'll be able to make sure we get this recorded and in the can. Ladies and gentlemen, that was Angela Missy Billups. She's incredible. And I know you enjoyed her today. So I want you all, if you're liking what you are seeing on Moments with Mama Sue, and you want to continue to see other artists, you can hit me up in the DM and let me know that people that you would like for me to maybe contact, because it's all about introducing some wonderful people I know to some other wonderful people that I know, and showcasing those talents and those gifts to people in the West Texas area who may not have had the opportunity to experience the gifting that God has placed in their life. And then I want you to give to Moments with Mama Sue. You can support what I'm doing via Cash App at $Sue Roseberry. If you put my name in, my face will pop up, $Sue Roseberry. Any amount, whatever you give, I'm going to turn it into something that is a blessing to this platform and allows me to continue to do what I do. And if Cash App is not your thing, guess what? You can do Venmo at Sue Roseberry -1. And if that's not your thing, you don't like doing either one of those things, then I want you to go ahead and just write a good old fashioned check, and you can send it to P.O. Box 51422, Midland, Texas 79710. I know you saw the single release, and I'm going to get with Missy and find out how I can get a few of those, even because some of my listeners like to have hard copies of CDs, and we will make that available to you. But listen, thank you so much for tuning in. I love you with the love of the Lord. And I absolutely look forward to connecting with you because that's the best part of my day. Keep loving God. Have a blessed remainder of your Labor Day. And I will see you on the next Moments with Mama Sue. Woo! Now that's what I call a great show. Woo! We out of here. Moments with Mama Sue. Moments with Mama Sue. Moments. Now we can do it a little better than that. Moments with Mama Sue. Moments with Mama Sue. Moments. Well, all right, come on with it. Moments with Mama Sue. Moments with Mama Sue. Moments. Yeah. Moments with Mama Sue. Moments with Mama Sue. Moments. Wait. Moments with Mama Sue. Moments with Mama Sue. Moments. Moments with Mama Sue. Moments with Mama Sue. Never know what to expect. Moments with Mama Sue. Moments. Moments with Mama Sue. Moments with Mama Sue. Moments. Yeah. Moments with Mama Sue. Can't you? Moments with Mama Sue. Moments. Well, now we might be done a little bit too much. Sing it.